just looking at the people trying to find out who they were personally. And I was looking at like, well, I wonder if they family's Asian nearby or anything like that. So it just put me in like that's internet. That's why I don't really be on it like that.
Like I said, it doesn't bother me. Like, especially when you're in a conservative space, they already, don't like you, or
yeah.
they already, they don't necessarily hate you because they still subscribe to you just to talk to you, just to tell you they hate you. So I look at it as the same emotion, but I don't like when people lie. I don't like that.
Yeah, you'll get used to it. It comes with the game. It comes with the territory. So I think that the content creation game is just different. Shit. I mean, I don't think that Corey even understand the content creation game. Otherwise, he wouldn't have played it the way that he played it. But it's just a different animal, in my opinion. And so, I think that, I think it takes some time sometimes to get used to the type of visibility, not that it is so visible, but the type of visibility that comes along with it, because you can't control the narrative once people say whatever it is that they're going to say. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people are going to say this has happened, whatever, but like I said, I think it just comes with it. So it's a blessing, in my opinion. Yeah. What's up, Miss Sanchez? What's the word with you?
Nothing. I've been celebrating my birthday all week. Work to the bar. Now,
what is your actual birthday?
January 30th.
I don't know what y'all saw yesterday.
So that's what I'm speaking to. And then we got on the point of you can't spend any time, and you said no. And I said that's when I said, oh, that's like Elf on Shelf. Like what? Like when if you can't spend any time, and I do mean like it's 365 days.
But my question is, why does it have to be an either or for the woman, right? Because it's not like she's not going to live her life. It's not like she's not going to do whatever it is that she's going to.
Then why even pursue the woman that you can't even make any time for? That's what I'm saying. And if you can, let's just say this, and if you can make the time to go pursue her, then you carved out time to do that. So why can't you do it any other time or once you've gotten to know her?
Interesting. Well,
because you make time to do that.
Maybe that's why some guys try to just not get to know people and they just keep it.
I get it. But that's
100%.
Okay. So there you go.
I don't know. So Anton's asking MICCA a question, right? It's about women and women pursuing men that are unavailable. All right, maybe the echelon of men, maybe the 1% or 1%, whatever the men that he's talking about. He's talking about women pursuing men that are unavailable. This is a question that she's being asked, right? After the whole situation with Corey Holcomb. It's never really been fully addressed yet. She has not done her podcast that she did where she didn't even mention Anton yet, right? So it seems like Anton is more lighthearted with this conversation, but it seems like she's more visibly agitated, and you can see her getting agitated throughout this whole conversation. After this, she does her own show on the Red Cup Talk. Shout out to her, right, for that. But on that conversation, she never mentions Anton once. I heard a conversation from, I guess, a girl that claims to be one of her homegirls, said she didn't speak to her personally, but her own personal feeling, her friend, said that she feels like Anton did not protect her and he didn't do nothing to really protect her in any way. And we could see that whether he did that at the time, which we didn't see that, there was a lack thereof. But even after, when he went on this whole tour, Anton, he never was really making it about her and like, yo, come on, bro, how you gonna do that? Listen, bro, why didn't Anton just come out to say, listen, she's not my side chick, right? Who does that? Even if the guy gets women, he would say that even if he's lying. Why would he not say that unless he wants to bask in the sun, bask in the light of people thinking that he's with MICCA or you're with a woman that you're probably not with, or maybe you are? I don't know. It seems leaning more to the side that you're not with a woman, because why would you be doing all these things if you're Anton? The only thing he had to say is, yo, she's not my side chick. I have much more respect for her than that. You know what I'm saying? This is my colleague. This is my friend. Even if y'all were, I'm just saying, allegedly, why wouldn't he do that? You have to ask yourself that question. So let's look at the interaction between them, because it's going to go on for a little minute. The women are going to interact as well. And look how she takes the blame off the women when the women speak to her. Like, oh, my bad, MICCA. She's like, no, not you. So every time she says not you, she's talking about Anton, and you got to watch the whole thing play out. Watch.
Agree. I'm just trying to solution.
No, I didn't say you agree. I said, well, there you go.
And that's why I tell guys that they need to just completely detach themselves emotionally from being in a relationship.
But y'all don't be attached anyway.
This is why I tell guys a lot of times that if you are going to pursue life to the fullest extent, you probably have to detach yourself, because you don't want anybody to tell you whether or not you like them or not, because they don't agree with the way that you pursue your dreams.
Just makes me think about the Stephen A. Smith interview he did.
No, you're right. You're 100% right, Molly. When he was on, I think it was the Pivot? I think it was on the Pivot.
So. You missed the whole point.
No, I didn't. I know exactly what you're saying.
No, you missed it.
Recent?
It was probably within the last couple months.
Okay.
It was about why he wasn't married.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And what did he say? What did he say?
He too busy. He be on the road too much, and he don't feel like he want to be bothered with being responsible for somebody, their feelings, and what they got going on while he trying to work.
And he said that he
can be faithful.
He sleep with women where he here there where he ever at whatever. That makes more sense. That makes more sense to me than a man trying to quote unquote court this woman that he's never going to have time for, ever. I'm using Anton's words.
No, listen. Having time to court a woman versus having time to be with a woman, in my opinion, is two different things. Okay. And that's where I think that we getting caught up, because courting a woman is
semantics.
No, it is similar to the thing that Slimmy described when he talked about a romantic date. It is all of those things. Being with a woman is based off of how his schedule is made and whether or not she fits into that schedule. Courting a woman, in my opinion, in a lot of ways, is losing money to go and chase women.
Okay.
Because if time is money, but he has to carve out time in order to make sure that she feels good, he loses it double, right? He loses it on the fact that he has to spend money to ensure that he's having a great time, while at the same time losing money that he could have been making in order to spend time with her.
Okay.
And guess what I've learned about women, that all men, I think, pretty much learned about women. Women want to be with great men. Women want to be with great men. Women don't want to be with the thing that comes with great men. They do not care for the life that great men have to carve out for themselves, but they do not want to be with regular dudes. And that is why the dude that they don't necessarily care for is the guy that they settle for. And the guy that they do want to be with is the guy that they get mad at and despise because they don't like the fact that he didn't put his dreams on the back burner. But he don't want to be a regular guy. They don't want to be a regular guy. So there is where the clash lies.
That's absolutely not true. That's absolutely not true.
How many women wants to be with a regular guy?
No, you said that they're settling for you.
How many women wants to be with a regular guy?
According to the internet, they want 6 figures, 6-pack, 6 feet. So not a lot. Not a lot.
Nobody wants to be with a regular guy. Will be with a regular
women.
guy.
What's a regular guy? What's a regular guy?
Nobody wants to be with a regular guy.
What's a regular guy?
I'm a regular guy.
You
I
know what a
work
regular
my
guy.
9 to 5, and then I go home.
Nobody
wonder what I'm gonna
wants
do
to be with a regular guy, but everybody is what they. Because I don't see. You know what I see women doing on the internet? They take the most irregular guy and be like, that nigga is gold, right? I don't see them looking at regular niggas that got Amazon vests on.
Sergio, you far from the truth, baby.
Hold on. This is what I don't see. When niggas get on the internet and they be like, what's going on, family? So this is what my thoughts are about Anton versus Corey Holcomb. I don't see women like, yo, that nigga him. That nigga him. But guess what? Every minute my Instagrams is going off. Every minute.
What's Slimmy up there doing? Trying to get waves? I think you're doing up there, Slimmy. I got you.
Every minute my DMs is on fire.
Mm-hmm.
They never stop being on fire. Ever.
Okay.
They never stop being on fire.
Okay.
You know why? Because
Okay.
I'm not a regular nigga.
Okay.
That's just the honest to God truth.
Okay.
Okay. Look at her face though. We all say okay, but watch her face when she say the shit. All right. So exactly, bro. But this is who Anton is. Anton is so internet that he cannot separate real life from internet. You know, like you could become so internet, you're doing internet plays, clout chases, all types of stuff. I'm just saying a person. I'm not just saying this is Anton, just anybody online. And they get so caught up in this place that now you just got to do the extreme. Even when you're caught or faced with a real situation, sometime where you could keep it real, you just see you thinking content, you thinking this and that. Kind of like when JP, I don't know if you know JP, J Prince for President, he went to the Pop the Balloon show. You know what I mean? He was on the show talking like he was on YouTube, talking to real people, regular everyday life. You know what I'm saying? It's like you going there for the moment and you're not going here for these women that's right here in front of you to just talk to them and get to meet them and know them. And then by the time we get to know each other, I can tell you about my viewpoints on life and a lot of different deeper layers to yourself. You know what I'm saying? But he's already in this moment. So sometimes we just think content creation and we're not just looking at just the situation that's in front of us. And this is how Anton's looking at this situation. You can watch MICCA, how she's moving, and you can see that she's visibly agitated. She's really trying to steer the conversation somewhere else. She don't really want to be a part of this conversation about a woman that's seeking a man that's not available, really, because that's what some people are saying about her. You know what I'm saying? Realistic.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
If your name was kind of attached to some shit, I would understand why you trying to kind of like, yo, come on, change the subject, homie. Because the whole time she really ain't talking towards the whole podcast. She's really quiet throughout this whole stream. She speaks at certain points. Trust me.
And so what I don't see women doing is saying, oh man, let me talk to that regular guy over there. They never do that. They never do that. They don't say that they like him. They don't say that they interested. These niggas, let me tell you what really happens since we really having this conversation. These niggas jump through hoops for y'all.
No,
they chase.
No, what really happens is
I see them. They work on y'all day and night. Day and night. Okay. They help y'all, they support y'all, they reach out to y'all, they DM y'all, they offer you the world. I give you the moon, the shot. They sing melodies.
Facts.
They send voice recordings. They shoot shots. They say, hook me up. They go through, try to find y'all, track y'all down. They're trying to carve out every single piece of time that they can. These niggas take out loans. They'll fucking take against their 401k to show you a good time, to try to help y'all to understand that, hey, I am the guy for you. I love you and I will do everything for you. I will support your shows. I will send you super chat. I will do anything for y'all. And you know what y'all do? You know what women do? They reach out to Anton from AntonDaniels.com. And then I say, all right, well, come do it then.
Speaking of
wait a minute, bro. He was making a point. He kind of lost me there, right? Shout out Juju. Shout out Mo. Salute. Top of that day, y'all. right? He making a point. He gonna talk about, you know what they do? They reach out to AntonDaniels.com. And I'll be like, yo, come through then. What type of cornball, corny shit is that, bro? The man is a married man, bro. You got the same daughter that you saying being traumatized by another man, but yet you could carry yourself online and never see the traumatizations that you do to your own child. Why do we do that, bro? Why we can't never see how we traumatize our own children? We blaming the teacher. We blaming the person in the store. We blaming everybody else. But how we can step up our game as a parent, bro. It's no perfect way to parent, but bro, we got to keep it real. We can't put the onus on everybody else when we actively in our child's life. Let's keep it real. Whether you're a man or a woman, you're actively in your child's life. We got to take more of that onus, right? Because right after everything kick off with Corey, he going online to, yo, man, you think I'm great about that, bro? I was deep in some P-U-S-S-Y. Then he says, man, I was getting some head, man. I ain't worried about what the knucker said. What are you talking about? He trying to be cool, Casanova and machismo at this time, all while at the same time he's saying traumatization. You need to pull your daughter out. If your daughter really did see that video, that Corey Holcomb or whatever, she may be inclined to go and look at your channel to see if you're going to defend her or whatever you may say. When she gets to your channel, she see you talking about a woman. Is you talking about her mom? Talking about you was getting some P-U-S-S-Y just now? Come on, nobody want to hear you talking about your wife. You getting some bots from your wife. That's corny. Nobody want to hear that.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Nobody wants to hear that. Okay. So, and then you getting some head. So who are you talking about again? Your wife, you getting some head? Again, ew. What are you talking about? Nobody wants to hear about that.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
So obviously, I'll be more inclined to think that he's not even talking about his own wife. So again, where's the respect for his wife? Because if his daughter, after all of this, you went and said you defend your daughter, everything, you did the video. Now she comes to your channel. So you talking about her mom, supposedly, right? Her mom, you getting some boxing, getting some top. How is that respect for your daughter? How is that respect for your wife? How are you a Christian first and you're not black first, but you're Christian first, but you're leading with these kinds of values and these kinds of moralities, bro? That don't add up. Person cannot talk 3 times when it's coming out 2 sides of their face. He's talking 3 times. It's coming out 2 sides of his face. So my thing is not just about Anton. My whole thing was putting Anton and Corey Holcomb on the board. Fuck that. Because both you niggas is showing degeneracy. Let's keep it real. At least Corey, we know his ass is degenerate. So I don't know why you brought your ass up there chasing, clout chasing. And then you done put the woman in a situation, really, regardless of what y'all got kicking off. But you brought it there. And you never even solidified her to make sure that she was going to be on the show. You went and asked a nigga named Phil that worked at the show, can she get on? So you never really wanted her to be on there. You obviously, basically, in my own opinion, you probably want to spend some time with Shorty, probably learn about Chata, Macarena, some shit like that, because I heard she's Spanish.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
I don't know. It's all speculations, but I'm just saying, homie. It ain't look like you was really solidifying the situation. And what type of chick really want to fuck with that? Chicks fuck with niggas that's really going to solidify that situation, homie. Let's keep it real. Don't matter whether she got on the show or not. If the way how you handle that thing is like, nah, he really tried to put me on. You know what I'm saying? It's a real vibe. She obviously don't think you was keeping it that real. Obviously, to me, my own perspective. And that's why she ain't mentioned the nigga when she did her own show. Well, she like, I think he a sucker ducker. That's allegedly, in my own opinion.
And you know what they do? You know what they do? They're going without even blinking.
Yeah, and most of them.
And then they get mad at the nigga like me and say,
"Can I ask you a question?
I'm gonna ask you a question. I'm gonna let you rock. I'm gonna let you rock." And then they say, "Why ain't you making time for me?"
You peep the hair flip? Oh, yo, you gotta watch women's signs, homie. Trust me. Everything ain't always good when you with women. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it go left, homie. So you got to be seeing the signs when it be going left. If you've never been around women, you wouldn't know that, bro. But a simple thing right now, know that she about to fire back, bro. Look, what time is this? 347? Let me just make sure I go back. 34734. All right, cool. Let's watch MICCA. Watch her energy. Watch again, son. This is for the slow people. Y'all watching Manosphere shit. They never gonna teach you how to get a woman, bro. Because why would they? They want you to keep running back and sending your money like that. Dope. Stop. Listen to me and watch some real shit. We in the jungle. We watching a lioness. right in front of us. There she goes. Look at the mate. Look.
You know what they do? They're going.
Read the sign.
Without even blinking.
Yeah, and most of them.
And then they get mad at the nigga like me and say,
can I ask you a question?
I'm gonna let you rock. I'm gonna let you rock. And then they say, why ain't you making time for me? And I be like, I got money to get. I got flights to catch, money to get, and I got to go and tear down 5150. Why don't that nigga that's chasing y'all feverishly, why don't he get the same love? Because he got all the time in the world for y'all. Why is he not the guy that y'all chase?
I don't know. I don't have or ever dealt with.
I'm not talking about you personally, Mika. I'm talking
I'm just
about
saying, I don't know.
In general,
she doesn't know.
We know what happened.
You don't know? Listen to me, y'all. Ain't none of us fools in this place, bro. I love y'all for real, bro. We ain't fools, homie. We ain't fools, bro. Look at me. These people have conversations every day. So Anton's gonna go at it and be like, yo, you know everything about men, but you don't know nothing about a woman. It doesn't matter if it's about you. You can speculate to say, yo, what about a woman, right? Because if I'm a man, I can say, I think a man would probably be inclined to think it because of this or that. We could give suggestions of why, even if we don't know the real reason. But yet Mika's trying to avoid this. She's saying, I don't know. So Anton's going to give a pushback on this. She's already frustrated, so we see this. Okay, cool. My bro said, I'm right about the manosphere. You're right, bro. Trust me. Nobody, first of all, a man don't really want you to get no girl. Because then if you know his game, then you got an option to probably come and try to take something that he got. And men is conquerors of other men. You know this, bro. We conquer. It's men. Nobody really wants you to win, bro. When you really learn about a woman, you're going to learn from a woman, bro. You're going to learn from mistakes you make with a woman. Or you're going to learn from women or older women, a certain kind of women in your life, or people to tell you. Women to tell you about women. Ain't no man really told you about no women unless he was a pimp. You went to pimping? All right, then you went into pimping. But ain't nobody really told you about women unless they told you about some pimping type shit. Keep it real, bro. What they told you? Did you even use what they told you? No, you figured the shit out. You got the show. They said these niggas was lying and figured it out on your own. You almost lost the chick fucking with these dumb niggas' information. Be realistic, bro. Be realistic, sir. You got to do research. Look, iceberg slip. I'm trying to tell you though, bro. Don't be caught up in the grift, bro. Release your brain from the grift, bro. Trust me. Don't be a sheep for the rest of your life, bro. Trust me.
Why don't women go for the guys that is willing to eat y'all draws if they was edible?
And why don't you go?
Oh, that's bad, creepy. Why you ain't gotta talk like that? That's willing to eat y'all draws. What? Even if you really is a draws eater, you're not even gonna go about it.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Yo, bro. Nigga said, yo, bruh. He said, even if a nigga want to eat your draws. Yo, bruh. You ever heard that? I ain't never heard that, son. Even if I want to eat some brocks, you already know what's going on. We shooting outside. You never want to eat no draws, bro. The hell, we got the draws. Remember Tommy and Martin, GTD? We got the draws. We ain't never eat the draws, bro. Come on, bro.
Oh no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
Hold on.
For the women that are in
No.
your
You're not answering the question. You're not answering the question.
Listen to what I'm saying. No,
why,
but
Mika, can
why
you
don't you? Why don't guys like you that are busy, right?
Mika,
why don't they go for the women in the DMs instead of going for the other ones? Because
can you answer the question, Mika?
They can fit in your schedule.
Can you answer the question?
It can be convenient.
Can you answer the question? Why don't women go for those guys?
I don't know. I'm not them. I really don't know that mindset.
I'm not talking about you. I said women.
I said I don't know that mindset, so I really don't know.
So you know everything about what guys would do, but you don't know nothing about why women don't go for those guys.
I don't know everything about what guys would do.
Ooh. So he's speaking basically from them being on the show, really. So she said, I don't know everything, but look how he's coming at her. Come on, but they have conversations every day. So I'm guessing Anton's coming from that perspective. Mo Love, this was like maybe like 8 days ago. This is the last time she appeared on that show with Anton. So after this, she did her little response to Corey. So this is the last time she appeared on it. So she hasn't appeared on Anton's show since this. So this is their last interaction. So when she did her video, I was watching, I was like, why she didn't mention Anton? You mentioning everybody else, right? You talking about Corey. She mentioned Corey's name at least 6 times, right? How you don't mention the person that brought you up there, that got you in all the bullshit, that got your name spread over ground, spread over streets. They got your name gallivanting a road. They got your name all over the snow, all over the, you know what I mean? Come on, bro. They talking about you a home wrecker, you a side chick, you a this, you a that. Come on, bro. That's a lot. Especially if you're not a woman that's living like that. Let's say you married, because I don't know if she leans into something in the same conversation. Her, MICCA, maybe leaning towards she married, because her friend came out and spoke the other day. And when her friend was speaking, she said, I'm not speaking for her, but I don't feel, me personally, feel that Anton protected her, period. And I was like, you know what? I gotta keep it real, son. I believe. I agree with her. It don't seem like Anton protected her. What did he do? He didn't do nothing there. He ain't really do nothing, no videos to be like, yo, nah, you foul for trying to play my homegirl like that, trying to play me like that, like I'm, you know what I mean? He didn't do none of that. There was no fluff with that. It was just all about, yo, yeah, and what? She looked phenomenal, right? And you dirty macking. What? You is extra mega with Big Mac sauce. Corny, homie. You are so corny for that. How are you going to say that Corey's dirty macking if you're not dealing with her? That's like you trying to allege something's going on, bro, within your own self. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, bro? Even if you are doing something with a person, why would I say that? Why would I say that? Unless I want to make it seem that way, unless I'm trying to be caught. The man's married. What the fuck? Or she probably got her own situation. So even if you don't care about your own shit, which we understand that maybe he don't care about his own shit, why would you not care about anything possible that she has? Let's just keep it real. That's not Mac. You basically dirty Mac'd her if she got a situation. You talking about Corey dirty Mac'd you, homie. No. If she got a situation, you're dirty Mac'ing her. Why are you trying to make it seem like some shit right here to get her in some hot water, maybe with her man, if she got a man or somebody she's seeing or dating or married to or whatever we alleged? Why are you doing that then? That's not player, bro. How is that player? That's not player. You trying to be player. You trying to play the role. You done got Shaft whole outfit on, the beard and all. You done bought the beard. I get it, homie. The bald head, you done bought the whole shit, the starter kit, the whole Shaft starter kit. The nigga bought it.
Oh, no, you can't be serious. That is some bullshit right there.
How you ain't bought a game, homie? Because the game is not to be sold, homie. It's to be told. So that's how come you don't know it for real, bro. The game ain't really in Anton. He was not being player, bro. And he damn sure wasn't being a protector. He wasn't, bro. So I got to agree with Mika's friend that said she's speaking in her own mind. And then she kind of slipped up. I'll play the video for you. She kind of slipped. She's like, as a married woman, hold up, not her. I'm talking about me as a married woman. I was like, what? It don't make sense for you to put yourself in that situation as a married woman. We're not talking about you. We're talking about him being a married man, and you're with him. So it wasn't about her being a married person. So why are you talking about a married woman unless you allegedly leaning towards MICCA? So I think MICCA actually slips up the same way, kind of like a homegirl did in this video. Watch, we gonna play.
I've never said that.
All right.
You the only one that claimed to know what every woman wants and what every woman is thinking.
I just asked the question.
I've never claimed to know what every guy does.
So you saying that you don't know why women do that?
No, I don't know why they do that.
Miss Sanchez, can I ask
I never
you,
said that before.
Miss Sanchez, why don't women go for those guys? And you're honest.
The regular guys, probably because of money. Let's start there. They want the resources, as y'all always say. And then, I mean, they can't give them the lifestyle that they want to live or are already giving themselves. So
why aren't they attracted to them?
Probably because they can't do, more than what we can do for ourselves. This could be my only answer. Other than that, I have honestly no idea.
Hold on, Quentin. Molly, why don't women go for those guys?
I I think it's because women have become a little bit more independent and can do a lot for themselves. And not only that, I think it's also a status thing. Women like attention. Women like to be able to brag. And you can't really brag on a dude that's maybe making 50K or under.
That's
and
so
these women
weird.
are dying for attention. They need their BBLs redone. They in debt up to their eyeballs. They financing they body parts. Like, these women is in bad shape. And I think a lot of these regular guys are dodging a bullet.
So
But
why?
I like-
all right. So wait. Let me ask you one more. Let me ask you one follow-up question. You can have it, Mika. Why do women put requirements on regular guys that's super busy? I mean, on busy guys, super successful guys that are super busy. Why are women telling them that they have to, or why would women want more of their time instead of just going with the regular guy?
With a tame them. I
They
don't
think
know.
they special.
They probably think they can change you or come in, because if it's starting off that way and you're not giving them that time, then that's different. But if you're starting it off that way and you are giving them that time, then they get used to it. That's your fault, because you should have never started it off that way. Now they want what you gave them, and that's, at the end of the day, that ends up being on you, because you should have